So if you have something to sit up on, you can grab it, a cushion or blanket or block. And we'll begin with eyes closed or a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. You can start to slow down your breath. With each exhale, allowing yourself to let go a little bit more. And you can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout the practice. So let's begin with a gentle twist. You can take your left hand across, your right hand to the floor behind you. As you inhale, sit a little taller, and then as you exhale, rotate as much as you can. And then breath by breath, is there a little more height? Is there a little more rotation? Seeing what's possible. Now keep going in this direction, but turn your head the other way, looking over the opposite shoulder like you're wringing out. And then release. Come around to the front and switch, starting gently at first. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. A little more height, a little more rotation. Keep going in this direction, but turn your head the other way. And then release, back around to the front. Let's interlace fingers in front and put some pressure between the palms like you're going to pull them apart, spreading between the shoulder blades, spreading the rib cage. And then release and interlace fingers behind your back, maybe the other thumb on top this time. Open up the chest, and then either stay upright or fold. And folding might be just dropping your head or coming part way or all the way to the floor. Just working with your body, exploring your limitations. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs. So the other leg is in front or on top. Sitting tall, drop your right ear over to right shoulder and press down through the left shoulder, stretching left side of the neck. Rotate your chin to your chest, come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop, but now a little more through the right shoulder, stretching right side. Rotate chin to chest, and come back to the first side, and then go back and forth a few times. Half circles or 3/4 circles, watching the sensation move from one side to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. And then release. Let's bring hands to the floor behind us, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back, your elbows back. And lift the heart. Take the chest as high as you can. Sternum rising high. Take it a little higher. And then release. Come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees. Drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Still holding the knees. Pull the chest through. Heart lifting. Nice long spine. Back of the neck nice and long. And then round back. Bring your feet to the floor. Hands to the backs of the legs. Put a little pressure up on the backs of the knees. Round even more. And then roll up from the base of the spine to arch back, but also lean back. So abdominals are working to support you. And we'll go back and forth between these two positions. Exhale, round. Inhale, roll up and arch. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Now, exhale back, release the arms and come down a little lower. Inhale, same arch, but arms come by the ears. Exhale back. Inhale up and back. Up and back. Up and back. And then this last one, let's hold. Come up, holding here, lifting up away from the sit bones. You can decide how much you lean back. Keep the shoulders dropped, face relaxed, really working where it's useful. And then release, round back, holding here. And you can decide how low you go, but isolating the tension where it's needed. Seeing if there can be ease, even with all the effort. And then release. Let's come all the way forward into a high push-up position. Setting your hands near the front of your mat. Step the feet back. Bringing the whole body into a straight, long line. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. And then come into your back bend. And really take your time feeling how it is now. Our bodies are always changing, sometimes drastically, sometimes subtly. So what feels right now? It may be different than the last time you were on your mat. When you're ready, come back to down dog. And take your time. You may want to pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. Waking up the backs of your legs. And then drop your knees. Let's sink back to child's pose. Coming back to ease. And you can rest in child's pose or in any other shape whenever you need to, whether I'm suggesting it or not. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. And we'll lift up through table. Come back through down dog. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another. And we'll hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Bend your knees a little or a lot. You might take a sway or shake out here. And then bend your knees a little bit more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Step up to the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose, Utkatasana. Feet together or apart. We'll bring hands together at the heart, engaging core, standing tall, deep breathing. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. And please take the time you need for all your transitions. And rest in the shape that feels like a rest for you. So that could be down dog, it could be child's pose, sitting, some other neutral shape. More important than the shape, come back to this quality of presence and ease. One more deep breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up to the ceiling, bend your knee to your chest, and start circling this bent right knee. Go as slow as you need to, making the biggest circle possible. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher, and then a big step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Let's grab the left wrist. Take it across for a little side bend. Come over to the other side. Grab your right wrist, take it across. And then back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart. Hips low, chest high. Release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Feel free to use blocks or props for your hands. We'll try and do this with hips square. With the upper body letting go, just like ragdoll. Last breath here. Big step back, warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Feeling where you are right now. Last breath. Release. Make your way to down dog, and you're welcome to take a vinyasa. You could just step back or take any other movement. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times. Big circles, both directions. Take it a little higher and then a big step forward. High lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing. When you're ready, arms up. Settle in. Let's grab the right wrist, take it across. Come over to the other side. Grab your left wrist, take it across. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time, the way you don't normally cross. Release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Square off your hips. Let the head release, neck release. Keep reaching that back leg longer. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in. One more breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. And then settle into a good rest. Letting go of everything we've done, everything we might do. Just feeling what's right here, right now. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take just the right arm up as we inhale. Exhale, over to a side bend. Big reach. Strong core supporting you. Reach a little further out to come up. Release down. Same thing other side. Left arm up and over. Reach a little further out to come up. Release down. Let's interlace fingers. Press out through the palms. Take your arms up by your ears. Shoulders drop, but arms reach straight. And then rise up onto your toes for a little balance. Can you find inner calm, even as you might be wobbling or falling? And imagine you could keep your head where it is now as you lower your heels. So grow a little longer as the heels come down. And then release. Unlink fingers, press out through the palms. Pull your fingers back towards you strongly. And then curl from fingertips down, pulling the knuckles in, but keep reaching out. And then a few big wrist circles, flexing and stretching all those little muscles of the forearm. And then release. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips low, head high, shoulders low, fingers high. One more breath. Let's release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, just one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's come into warrior three, and you get to choose your challenge. Feel free to keep the torso high and the leg low. You can make this as easy or hard for yourself as you want. Working with your body, finding your full expression. Any arm position, supporting leg bent or straight. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one, just one breath. Release through your movement transition. From down dog. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. Customizing the outer shape so it works for you. It's not better or worse to be in one position or another. You're finding your best for right now. And then within whatever shape you're in, how much can you feel? Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Release. Make your way to a good rest. Any neutral shape, if it's useful, you might close your eyes. Last deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, one breath, come in. Step right back to warrior one. And then let's open out, warrior two, shifting hips and arms to the side. And take your time, feeling where you are. What is there to notice or learn here, warrior two. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg, triangle, reach out to come down. You can bring your hand where it works for you, your shin, your ankle, a block or the floor. One more breath here. Let's release. Make your way to down dog. Might take a vinyasa. There might be some other way you want to move to integrate what you've just done. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, one breath. Come in. Step right back to warrior 1. Open out, warrior 2. And then take your time, feeling where you are. Are there little adjustments you might make so this works better for you now? Flip the left palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Can there be even more spaciousness, length? Even more ease and grounding. Last breath here. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog. Or back to your resting pose, taking the time you need. If it's useful, close your eyes, re-steady your breath. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. From here, let's come into a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Work the palms towards the center of the chest, opening through the top shoulder. See how much you can lengthen here, head and tail away from one another. Come back to center, hips low, arms high, inhale. Same thing other side, right elbow across. Work the palms towards the center of the chest, opening through the top shoulder. Let's come back to center. Hips low, arms high, inhale. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlace fingers. Lift the heart. And then fold, wrapping arms overhead. You're welcome to separate your feet, hip width apart or wider. Letting gravity do the work. Giving over the weight of your head, the weight of your arms falling away from you. And then release. Let's lower the hips. Come into a squat, Malasana. You're welcome to use props to make this more comfortable for you. If you want to sit on something like a block or put something under the heels like a blanket. You can also widen your stance or turn your toes out. We're going to open the knees using the elbows. Try and roll the shoulders back and down. And then work the root lock here, Mula Bandha, same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom, connecting that to the top. Feel the full length and space that you take up. And then release. Let's come back to a forward fold. Feet back to parallel. Any arm position you like here. You might grab your big toes. Could just hang and ragdoll. You could give yourself a little shoulder squeeze. In a moment, we'll make our way back to down dog. If you want to get a crow pose in, you are welcome to do that, and then either step or hop out of it. You can take a vinyasa. Choosing what you are doing, just feeling what you are doing, eventually finding your way to down dog. From down dog, when you're ready, right leg sweeps up, step forward, low lunge. We're going to drop the back knee. If you want to pad it, you could roll up the side of your mat, or if you have a blanket or cushion, feel free to use that. And if you have blocks, you may want to grab them. We're going to start with a twist here. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Work the palms towards the center of the chest, open through the top shoulder. And if you'd rather do this as a high lunge, you can pick up the back knee again, or if there's a different arm position you would rather, customize this twist so it works for you now. Last breath here. Let's release. Hands to the floor or to your blocks. Come back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward and then flex the toes back. Going in the direction of hips square, in the direction of a flat back, in the direction of folding. And if you want to go further towards splits as well, you're welcome to slide that front heel forward. If you did slide forward, slide your way back to release. We'll bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot, and come down to lizard pose, either on the hands or elbows, on blocks or the floor. You're welcome to explore. Shifting your weight one way or another way may have the pose work a little better for you. If you want to add a quad stretch, you could bend the back leg and try and reach back for your foot. And then release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa. There may be some other movement transition. Just feeling what you are doing, finding your way back to downward facing dog. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, low lunge. You may want to pad your back knee. You could adjust the distance between your legs. When you're ready, bring your right elbow to the outside of the left knee, or take whatever variation you did on the first side. We can make this stuff up. This was all made up by people with bodies that may be different from your body right now. So see if you can find the position that works for you. Last breath here. Let's release. Hands to the floor or blocks, hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back. At any moment you might go deeper or back out slightly. If you did slide further forward towards splits on the other side, you can try that again. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Lizard pose, bring both hands to the inside, maybe with your blocks, maybe to the elbows. Something similar to what you did on the first side. If you did try that quad stretch, you can do so again. Let's release. Find your way back to down dog. Let your transition be a way to integrate what you've just done, moving in the way that feels right for you. Eventually, let's come all the way to sitting and onto our backs. Bring your knees in. Take a circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. We'll get set up for a couple back bends, starting with bridge, feet hip width apart, parallel. Make sure your feet are right under your knees, and then press your feet down to lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back, shrug your shoulders underneath you. Spreading the upper back and lower back away from one another. Whenever the pose feels complete, come down and rest. Rest until you feel like coming up again. If you feel like coming up again, take any back bend you like. You can do bridge, what we just did, or supported bridge, or half wheel, or full wheel, anything you know or want to try. Stay as long or short as you like. Each time the pose is finished, come down and rest. And rest until you feel like coming up again. And we are moving towards the end of class, so this is particularly a good time to just do exactly what you want to do. So if you're enjoying where you are, there's no rush. Listen to your body. When what you're doing now is finished, check in. What do you feel like doing next? Is there some counter stretch or something to help you release? Are there any final poses you'd like to get in? I'll keep suggesting things, but feel free to go in your own direction. So happy baby may be a good counter stretch after those back bends. Could grab the soles of the feet, pressing your knees towards the floor. If you'd like to join me, I'm going to finish with some hip stretches here. You can drop your feet to the floor, cross the right ankle above the left knee. Reach your hands through, grab the left knee and hug it in close. As you do this, see if you can drop your shoulders. Drop your chin so the back of your neck is long. To release, drop the left foot to the floor, straighten the right leg up, flex and point your foot, circle your ankle, a couple times both directions. And then drop your feet to the floor to switch sides. Cross the left ankle above the right knee, reach your hands through, grab the right leg, hug it in. What is there to let go of here? A big part of this practice is putting ourselves in challenging situations, whether they're intense or uncertain or not meeting our own expectations, and then practicing finding ease there. So more important than how close you get your knee to your chest here is, can you find a sense of well-being and ease where you are, feeling exactly what you're feeling, letting it be exactly the way it is. Let's drop the right foot back to the floor, straighten the left leg up, flex and point. Circle. And then drop this straight left leg along the floor. Bring your right knee to your chest and take it across for a spinal twist. Open out through your right arm. Let your knee and shoulder release away from one another. And roll back onto your back. Switch sides, left knee across. When you're done, check in with your body. Is there anything else? Any last pose, stretch? Is there a part of your body that needs some attention? If anything's still needed, take your time wrapping up. You may want to adjust your clothing or grab props to be more comfortable for your final resting pose. Eventually settling into stillness. Letting go of the control of your breath. Letting go of trying to do anything. And surrendering into the ease of being. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And let this movement increase through your wrists and ankles. Eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.